The 4th Division fought to seize the most strategic hilltops for fire bases. After the infantry had forged its way to the top, a bunker-type perimeter defense was constructed, followed by a land-clearing operation. When completed, the hilltop was a barren, dusty knob protruding from the valley floor. But even then, the area was by no means secure and had to be defended against enemy assaults. Combat patrols were sent to seek out and ambush the enemy. Forward observers pinpointed enemy positions for IV artillery. Pursuit of the NVA continued. Contributing to the victory at Dak To were the big tanks and tracked vehicles of the division's armor. These rumbling giants brought new dimensions of firepower, mobility, and shock action to the ground fight. Vietcong ambush on a convoy was abruptly turned into a rout when tanks and armored personnel carriers moved into action. In short order, they had the enemy on the run. At one time, military leaders believed that the use of armor in the jungled mountains was impractical. But a tank battalion, 2 tank-laden cavalry squadrons, and a mechanized infantry battalion fulfilled a variety of successful missions with the 4th Division. These included search and clear, fire support, perimeter defense, road security, convoy protection, and service as a mobile reaction force. Thanks to its impressive record, armor and mechanized infantry became an integral part of the military posture in the Central Highlands. The month-long battle of Dak To, part of Operation MacArthur, was the turning point for the 4th Division in the 2nd Corps area. But they continued to fight the enemy wherever they found him. At Linlock, harassment of the evasive enemy was almost a daily occurrence. In the Antennae Valley, after lacerating enemy artillery fire, Ivy men were sent out to engage an NVA force of battalion strength. Again, the phantom enemy evaporated when surprise and favorable odds were not his, leaving behind considerable arms and equipment. And numerous graves. In the Antennae Valley, too, a vital landing zone had to be secured so that needed communications equipment and supplies could be flown in. Units of Ivy men closed in on the NVA positions and met with heavy small arms fire. But in the end, the enemy was neutralized and the landing zone secured. As the struggle went on, a new enemy buildup in the Dak To area was reported in the winter of '68. Troops of Ivy men were airlifted for an assault on Strategic Hill 1049. Wave after wave of helicopters lifted the fighting men into the assault. Moving with the precision of a well-integrated combat force, the seasoned Ivy men forged their way through enemy-held positions and took the hill in 5 sorties. From their newly won one hilltop advantage. The men of the 4th were then able to send out numerous short-range reconnaissance patrols to locate the enemy and report their position. Mortar fire was then poured into the positions to pin the enemy down. AH-1G Huey Cobras swept in with rockets and raking machine gun fire. This combination of superior firepower and mobility prevented the North Vietnamese from mounting even one major offensive in the area. Thanks to the short-range reconnaissance patrols and their supporting units, threat after threat to the 4th Division area was eliminated. The 4th Division has been eminently successful in the Central Highlands. Within 2 years, their zone of influence increased tenfold, covering some 10,000 square miles of rugged terrain. That's the story. The success of the 4th Division's mission was due to the dedication of young men working as a team. Each man was totally devoted to the job at hand and to his fellow soldier, dedicated to give the best that was in him, because that was the best way out for himself, too. The 4th Division, answering its 3rd call to arms, saw its duty in Vietnam's Central Highlands and did it with dignity and distinction. The officers and men of the seasoned 4th Infantry Division stand fully prepared to defeat communist aggression and give the people of South Vietnam the opportunity to live in peace and in freedom. Throughout Vietnam, the ivy patch is worn proudly by Ivy men and feared by the enemy.